Recording in progress.
Get ready for two wild guys throwing out spicy ideals on fantasy football. Welcome back to the Dynasty Football Maniacs. Trust at your own risk.
All right, Austin, how you doing today?
Good about you?
Doing great. So now we're covering our last positions right before we start doing our mock drafts. We've covered all the positions up to this point, and today we're going to cover linebackers and defensive backs. So I hope you guys tuned in for last week. We covered the tight ends and edge rushers, defensive linemen. So fantasy's kind of like on the fantasy side on IDP. Sleeper is probably one of the most popular apps. They have a tendency on the defensive side to list a player on two positions. I think this year we're going to get even a luckier one. I think we're going to get one that might be a LB and a DB, which there's been them in the past, but not many. And I think he's going to be pretty good. I think that's probably going to be Sonny Styles. There's a good high probability of that after the draft. But we'll see, because he's played safety and he's played linebacker. I know this last year at Ohio State he's pretty much focused on linebacker, middle, but previous he was a safety. So be interested how the sleeper treats him. But then he could be, I don't think he'll be a DL and a LB. He'll be either an LB and a DB or just an LB. I think that's probably where they're going to list him, but we'll have to see. It's going to be like a toss-up. So I kind of broke down my top 10, and then Austin broke down his top 10. But before we get into that, how about some of these exciting things like, let's say, Stephon Diggs already let go from the Patriots, and the big trade of David Montgomery to Texans. I like that a lot because I have David Montgomery on a few teams, so to me, it's going to benefit.
What about the one last night with Max Crosby getting traded to the Ravens?
Oh, I missed that. Who did they get?
The Ravens gave up 2 first-round picks, one this year and one next year, for Max Crosby last night. So now the Raiders have 2 first-round picks this year and 2 first-round picks next year.
Oh, that's a definitely. I bet old Harbaugh wish he had that when he was still there.
Well, you know, he's got a monster of a defensive line at the Giants right now, so I think he's all right.
Yeah, I'm sure he's all right. But to get a couple first rounders, I mean, that's a big deal. A really big deal. So, kind of going into the listings, and like I talked a little bit about Sonny Styles. He's not like he's in my top 10 for one of my lists, but I'm going to just cover him real quick, just kind of get him out. But I do have him listed as a LB/safety. I do project him going in the first or second round. And potential teams that could probably land him: Pittsburgh Steelers, and who you just mentioned, the Ravens, and Seattle Seahawks, Chicago Bears, or Arizona. I mean, he's a rare size, athletic guy. He's kind of a hybrid. He can cover the tight ends. He can play downhill, run against the blitz. I mean, all around, he's a well-rounded player. He kind of plays like Kyle Hamilton and Isaiah Simmons. I could be a little bit off on that, but what I've seen of him, and I'm a big Ohio State fan, so I've watched a lot of him. I do believe he kind of fits in that kind of envelope. So I'm excited for him, but he is not on my linebackers list. I actually put him in a different list, which is probably shocking. My number one linebacker, I went with Anthony Hill Jr. from Texas. And
Okay.
yeah, I think he's an elite range, explosive, modern 3-down defensive centerpiece. Definitely probably going to go to either Chicago Bears or Arizona Cardinals. I think they'll probably grab him. The other guy I got is Harold Pickens Jr., my number 2 guy, LSU, and I actually have him potentially going to your team, the Cowboys or Atlanta Falcons. I think he's a dynamic hybrid defender. He has a pass rush ability. He's a game-changing speed. Exciting player all around. I love the brute men side. I love the defensive side. That's when you get to really touch each other. And then going to number 3, Barrett
Okay.
Carter, huh? I'm sorry. Uh,
You can't just drop something in like that and expect me not to react to that.
I'm sorry. But Barrett Carter, I think he from Clemson is my number 3rd guy. And his potential shot is probably going to the New England Patriots, Denver Broncos. He's a sideline to sideline speed guy. I mean, and I think he fits both of them defenses. He's a very good linebacker. And my number 4 guy is out of Oklahoma, and that's Danny Stutsman. And I believe he's going to land at Pittsburgh Steelers or maybe the Raiders. Well, maybe the Raiders will definitely pick him up now. They gave up Max Crosby, so they got to go grab somebody, right? He's a high motor tackling machine. Very good defensive leader. Next guy I got on my list is Jay Higgins, not the wide receiver, but the guy that played at Iowa. Extremely extensive, strong tackle, diagnostic ability. I think he'll land at the Green Bay Packers or Cincinnati Bengals. And then my next guy is Smael Mondon Jr. at Georgia, number 6. I got him going to Los Angeles Chargers or Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's just an elite athlete trait. And then Dante Lawson from Alabama. Yes, I do watch a little bit of Alabama football. I ain't forgot about where I'm at. But yes, I think he'll end up going to the Baltimore Ravens or Detroit Lions. He's an upsized guy, a physical, good run defense. My number 8 guy is Terrene York, Texas A&M. I think he could probably land at the Carolina Panthers. I didn't mean to throw the tongue out there. In the Seattle Seahawks. He's a young prospect, and he got strong instincts. Tackling's very reliable. And then my number 9 guy is Lander Barton from Utah. I like that Utah guy. I like Utah in general. I mean, Utah's always had a good team. It's very shocker that the Utah coach went to Michigan and now is going to be coaching there. I don't know how to feel about that. Especially after liking Utah, I don't know. It feels dirty. But
You'll have that answer when it comes to this coming football season.
I don't even want to talk about it. We won't even get into that right now. That's just horrible thoughts. I believe he'll land at either Minnesota Vikings or New York Giants. Giants picking up some extra little pieces there and there to kind of improve the defense. They ain't got much improving to do. They already got a pretty solid defense. My number 10th guy is Power Eccles out of North Carolina. I believe he probably landed at Indianapolis Colts or Tennessee Titans. And he's a productive defender and a very strong instinctive leadership traits. And then I got a few guys looking in. I did go all the way to 20, but I'm not going to name all my 20s. My highlights out of my top 20 will probably be Jeremiah Trotter Jr. at Clemson. I have him ranked 15th. Potential landing spot, my team, the Eagles, and New Orleans Saints. He's got a high football IQ, instincts, just all-around good player. And another guy I wanted to mention, he's my number 13 guy, is Dillon Williams out of USC. Potential shot at going to the Washington Commanders or Arizona Cardinals. He's very upside, hybrid edge linebacker. I think all them guys I named will be very good in the NFL. Some of the ones I named towards the end might not hit right off at the beginning of the year. It'd be next year where you start seeing them. Defense age like wine. They get better as time goes on. You get a few that comes out just slamming it right off the bat. A lot of these guys will age over time, and when they do age and they do get that perfection in, they are just a repeatable machine. So that's where I'm at on my linebackers list. So I'd like to hear what you got.
Okay, that's a pretty interesting list. I like most of it. Of course, like every list that we do, we have some that are a little bit different. I also have some, due to the nature of the IDP and how Sleeper does, I also have some that you'll probably hear again, just maybe one or two of them from the Edge list that we did last week. But then again, I'm just playing the game of what Sleeper does and what they might have them listed as, because you never know what these teams wind up doing. You think they're one position, but then they could be used at another position. So, um, number one, once again, I got David Bailey as number one. Now he's listed as an LB/edge, so he could play either way. But either position he winds up playing, I still think he'd be a good fit for the Jets. They need help on defense, so either if he is an edge, or the Jets, or the linebackers, which I think they'll use him as an edge since they traded their young defensive lineman to the Titans this past week. So I think that'll be a good fit. Number two, I got Averill Reese. Averill Reese out of Ohio State. And I got him. I think he would be a good fit because, once again, he could be an edge or a linebacker, but I got him going to Commanders. They need help on defense as well. So that would be a good, nice fit for him. Number three, I actually got Sonny Styles. I got Sonny Styles at number three. I think that he's going to be a strict linebacker. I know you said he could possibly play at safety, but with the team I got him going, I think they're going to use him for linebacker, which is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think he would be a great fit at Tampa. They need all the help they can get. So I got him going there. Now, number four, I got CJ Allen out of Georgia. Now, a lot of people got. I'm not gonna say he's underrated, but at the same time, you don't hear a lot of people talk about him, which I think you need to take a look at it because it might surprise you. Um, but I got him actually going to the Denver Broncos because I think he can be an end of the first round linebacker, and he's going to surprise a lot of people. Same thing like this guy. You actually have him on your list as well. Anthony Hill Jr. out of Texas. I know you got him on your list, so we both like him regardless of what position we have him in. And I got him go just a couple of places, but I got him going to us. I got him going to the Cowboys. Texas man staying in Texas because that's exactly what we need. So number six, I actually have Joshua Trotter out of Missouri. Um, I actually got him going to the Eagles. So I think he'd be a good fit for y'all, especially with y'all's dilemma with the contract situations with some of your players, and also depending on what you're going to do with AJ Brown as well, because that could free up a lot of cap space for some things and whatnot. But I think he'd be good fit because Joshua Trot is going to be like, he ain't going to. We're getting to the point where they're going to be like, they're not going to be like exactly starters right away. So they could be like right behind somebody and then rotate and have the opportunity to actually win a job if needed. Now, number seven, I got Jake Galladay. He's a linebacker out of Cincinnati. He's another one that not that many people really, come out and say what you will, talk about him a lot. But I have him going to the Bears, actually. They need some defensive help in the linebackers because their linebackers are getting old. TJ Edward, he kind of had a down year last year with injuries and stuff, so they really need a boost up on that department. Now, number 8, he can be a linebacker / edge, depending on how you want to look at him. But I got Gabe Jacobs from Illinois. Um, he can play either position, whichever one you prefer to play him in. I actually got him going at San Francisco because San Francisco's got to, get some depth on that defense because that's a place. If you want to go get hurt, you go play for them because that's what it seems like every year with the 49ers. Number 9, I got Deontay Lawson out of Alabama. I got him going. I actually got him going to New England to boost up that defense. And number 10, I really grown on this guy through the combine and stuff. I really like him. I got Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas Tech. Um, I think he is perfect for the Pittsburgh Steelers. By the way, his play style is as a linebacker. He acts like a Steeler. He's not afraid to knock you out. Not afraid to go chase down anybody. I think he would be a perfect fit for the Steelers, and I really grown to like this guy over the weeks of watching them through the combine and watching all these prospects. So that is my top 10 for linebackers.
Well, I like that. I mean, I had David Bailey on there, but I had him down like at 17, and I also had him going to the Jets. So we actually both were thinking the Jets are going to grab this guy. So I think we were both on the same page for that. So that was kind of funny. But I mean, our list is definitely different. That is a different take than I expected. But I mean, it's hard when it comes to defense. When we start ranking defense, our thoughts and stuff kind of range from because sometimes they play multiple spots on the defense. It really depends on where they're going to go and the team they're going to land on and how that's going to play out. But that kind of leads into my another favorite part. I always say safety score the most when it comes to defense most of the time, unless you guys got this outrageous edge rusher, and but sometimes safeties are not as steady as some of the linebackers too. But it just really depends on the safety that you get, and they always land in the category of defensive back along with cornerbacks. But when I say defensive backs, my favorite part of the defensive backs is always the safeties because they're just extraordinary. I mean, especially if they get the right one out there. So that starts off my list. I mean, my number 1 safety is Caleb Downs coming out of Ohio State. I believe he'd be going in the first round. He'll probably either land at Atlanta Falcons or the Patriots. He's elite instincts, range, just a franchise centerpiece. And I think he'll be a great safety for the NFL, and it'll be exciting. My next guy, number 2, is also a safety. It's KJ Bolden out of Georgia. Another one that I think will go in the first round. And I also think his potential team is Chicago Bears or Arizona Cardinals. His size, physical, coverage ability, he's just a complete package for the NFL. My next one I have is a cornerback coming out of Alabama. I think he'll either go first round or second round. And that's Domani Jackson. I believe he'll either go to Las Vegas Raiders or Washington Commanders. Very high-end man coverage traits. Very good. My number 4th guy is another cornerback. And I believe he's out of Texas. That's Malik Muhammad. I believe he'll either go first or second round. And his potential teams are Detroit Lions or Baltimore Ravens. I think it's going to be really good. He's got a smooth coverage, corner, strong ball skills. So it'd be interesting. Number 5 guy, I pulled another Georgia guy out. Not that I'm picking on Georgia. I like Georgia. I'm just saying they got some good defensive guys coming out of Georgia. But that's what Kirby Smart produces, is good defensive guys. And I think Ohio State is going to start competing with that, with the defensive coaching that we have up there. But Dillon Everett, I believe he'll be either going first round or second round, probably to the Vikings or the Jaguars. Very good on the corner and pass coverage potential. So I think he'll be a good pick. Another guy I got, another cornerback, number 6, Avion Terrell out of Clemson. I believe he'll go either, probably most likely second round pick. Probably go to the Pittsburgh Steelers or Miami Dolphins. Will Johnson out of Michigan, cornerback. I believe he'll either go to the Packers or Arizona. Probably a first round pick. Just elite ball production. Next guy, Tercio Davis out of Arizona. I believe he'll go in the second round. Seattle Seahawks, probably Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's a long corner, strong press coverage, straights. And now I finally say my guy. Yes, I put him at number 8 in a safety / linebacker out of Ohio State, projected first or second round. And that's Sonny Styles. I believe he'll either go to Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens. He played more years as a safety than he did as a linebacker. So, I mean, he's a rare hybrid defender. He can play safety, linebacker, or blitz. So it'll be interesting what the NFL does with him and how Sleeper treats him. So I'll be interesting. And it'll change my ratings, because if he goes to Sleeper and they slash him just a linebacker, then he's not going to be either on my safety or DL list. He's going to be probably my top 3 linebackers. And that's how I view him. He'd be a number 3 linebacker. Jermon McCoy is my number 10. And I have him out of Tennessee, and I believe he'll go second or third round. Probably land at the Los Angeles Rams or the New York Giants. He's aggressive cover corner, strong playmaker ability. So it'll be interesting to see how he'll do. Some people I have on the outside, I have number 13, Kevin Winston Jr. out of Penn State, another safety, projected probably second round, could probably land at Baltimore Ravens or Detroit Lions. Very hard-hitting safety, has a lot of leadership traits. Another guy I also have out of Penn State, cornerback, A.J. Harris. I got him number 15. He'll probably go second or third round. I project he'll probably land at either Carolina Panthers or Atlanta Falcons. Long, physical corner, strong upside. And I'll give you one more offbeat one. My number 20th guy, safety out of Alabama. I project he'll go either second or third round. Either Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Kansas City Chiefs. He's a very smart safety. Very exciting guy. So any of them players are top notch. I think any of them are going to do very, very well.
All right. So ours is going to be like the same as the linebackers. So let's go ahead and get down to it. Number 1, I got Caleb Downs out of Ohio State. And I got him going to the Cincinnati Bengals because, as you saw last year, their defense was just atrocious. It was just awful, so they definitely need some help. Number 2, I got Mansour Delane out of LSU. I got him projected to go to the Dolphins. They need help with defense as well. It was pretty rough. Number 3, I have Avion Terrell out of Clemson, and he is one of those that can go on either side of the safety field. So he can go on either side, free safety, strong safety, whatever you like. So I got him going to either the Chicago Bears or the Buffalo Bills. one of them two teams would be a good fit for him. Number 4, I got Jermod McCoy, and I actually got him projected to go to us. I got him going to go to Cowboys because we desperately need defensive help as well, and a corner is definitely one of our big needs that we are going to need. Number 5, I got Colton Hood. He is out of Tennessee, and Jermod McCoy was also out of Tennessee. And I think Colton Hood would be a good fit with the Los Angeles Rams. Almost calls them St. Louis there for a minute. But Los Angeles Rams. I think he would be a good fit for the Los Angeles Rams. Number 6, I got Chris Johnson. No, not the running back. The corner that's coming out of San Diego State. I think he would be good with Minnesota or the Detroit Lions. I think he would be a good fit for either one of them NFC North teams. Number 7, I got Dillon Thieneman, safety out of Oregon. I think he would really be a good fit for Minnesota if they don't wind up taking one before him. I don't think he'd be a good fit for Minnesota. Number 8, I got Brandon Kiss, out of South Carolina. He's a relatively not known guy, but once he lands in a good position, I think he can make a name for himself. So I actually got him going to either Seattle or Denver. I got him going to either or. I think it'd be good with Seattle since they're losing a couple of corners in free agency this year. Number 9, I got Keith Abney II out of Arizona State. And I think he would be relatively good with either the Cleveland Browns or the Steelers. I think he would be good between one of them two teams. And now, number 10, I got D'Angelo Pons, the corner out of Indiana. So he's probably going to go just like the last 3 or 4 that I named off. They're all probably going to go late first, sometimes in the second round. They're going to be basically filling in, having the potential to start. So once again, I think he'll be a good fit for Seattle since they're losing so many corners. Or he can even go to the 49ers because he could be depth piece for anybody who gets hurt there. So that is my. Oh, but I will give a shout out to Emmanuel McNeil Warren, the safety that's out of Toledo. I think he's gonna be a sneaky pick, honestly, in my opinion. I think he's gonna sneak up on somebody. I think now, call me crazy on this one. You're more than willing to, but I actually predict him actually jumping into the first round.
I think
And
that
I,
I agree with you. I seen it at the combine. There's a hint of it, but it's not there yet. I mean, he's either going to be early second, late first, and at the most late second.
well, I think I'm gonna go even further. I think he's gonna go into the first round. And I think one of the teams that might have the potential to get him will be the Los Angeles Rams.
That would be a good fit because what? Who was it that just retired there? Cornerback Williams,
Uh huh.
and they saved $8.6 million on the cap. That kind of spruced it up. We all know Matthew Stanford's going to take another shot at it. As bruised and banged up as he is, he's still going to play. So that's exciting.
It is.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, by now you figure Matthew Stanford would be done.
I think he got one more year. I think I mean, even though I kind of said it last year, but I think he came back just because they were so close to getting to the Super Bowl. So I think he's like, we can just run it back and we can make it again. But I think if they get to the playoffs, but they get they're one and done, I think that'll be it for him. I think he ain't gonna do it again. If they're nowhere near close to the NFC Championship again, I think it'll be it.
Yeah, that's true. Who else is retiring this year? What? Darius Smith? He's retiring, correct?
I want to say so. Huh?
No, he retired last season, right? So let's see, 25, 26. Seen several players retire. This year so far, retirement announcements have been, well, I got one 3 days ago. Drew Dalman.
I know it's a lot of. I know it's mostly offensive linemen. I noticed lately.
Yeah, I mean, being an offensive lineman, you take a lot of beatings.
I mean, true.
So we're getting closer and closer to the actual NFL draft. It's always exciting because right after the NFL draft, we start pumping out on what's going to happen in our rookie drafts for Dynasty and how's all that going to unfold. But I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of it depends on where these players land, of what impact they will be in Dynasty. Sometimes what you think might happen, what we seen last year, does not happen. So expect the unexpected, I say.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I guess now after we covered all the positions, the next thing's up is we're going to do some mock drafts. Me and Austin are going to do our mock 1.0 and then our 2.0. That's his favorite part of the whole show. We start nailing them out and saying where we're going to think these guys are going to land. In between, we'll talk a little bit.
I got you drugged into the world, and you love it.
Oh, I do. I used to hate it, but now I love it. Yeah, I used to try to ignore that stuff. I always, they don't know what they're talking about. Now I realize, hey, we don't have to know what we're talking about. We can just guess it too, and we get some right and get some wrong, but it's exciting. I mean, just to see where they go and what's going to happen next year. I know we're going to retire. We're going to take a break on that stack-up league we got, where we manage 3 different teams. We're going to retire that league for a year. And I don't know, I might turn it into a full-pledged league or bring it back next year. But then we also have our individual dynasty leagues, and then I got a couple redraft leagues I run. That redraft league, I got to do some rebuilding. I lost some potential people that always played. So we got to figure out what we're going to do that. And the dynasties, they're pretty solid. It's hard to get in one of them because people are dedicated. We occasionally have onesies and twosies drop off, but most of them are pretty much right into it. I'm hoping our little buddy comes back one day, the Kansas Chief fan.
Oh, hey, he might. I think there's a little itch starting to come back a little bit, but you never know. He might come back before we know it.
Oh yeah, we'll have to find him a spot somewhere and put him. But
We will.
But yeah, definitely looking forward to that. So, all right, guys, that's our top defensive backs and linebackers. I'll post my listings out on the X page, so if you want to go see them. Also, remember in the chat, I'm posting when the show is going to go live. I know we say 10-ish Friday. Something popped up Friday, so we had to move it to Saturday, but I made sure I got it out on the Dynasty page to let everybody know it was moving to Saturday. And look forward to you guys to start tuning in and start chatting with us. And then we build this up a little bit more and keep going. So you guys all have a